Well, today the Mercury Marine destination takes us east to Woodstock, New Brunswick to fish the St. John's River. Charlie fuels up the Dodge and heads out to christen his new Crestliner Raptor. Muskie fishing with Clark Rayner, chairman of the St. John's River chapter of Muskies Canada. Christen the boat indeed, this is a fantastic fishery that is sure to more than grab your attention. These fish are big, aggressive, and well worth the drive. Stay tuned for this action-packed episode this week on Fishful Thinking. Fishful Thinking is brought to you by Mercury, Crestliner Boats, Dodge Trucks, and Dickies.
That has to be the fish we just saw, Clark.
I would say so.
Nice. You know what? If it wasn't for these glasses, being able to see that fish, I would have never been able to drop that bait into a bit of a... I didn't even get a figure eight. I got an L out of them.
Well, I saw him...
Oh, no. Oh, well. That didn't take long to get things started anyway.
I think it's the partner you're in the boat with. I've been having a hard time getting them in. I would say that fish was close to a 40-inch fish.
Yeah,
it was a nice fish.
But he was thick. He was very thick. Yeah, he just fell off.
See if we can put this one in the boat.
Oh, yeah. Man, you're right. There's a lot in here, Clark.
That's a nice fish.
That's a nice fish. Well, this feels better than the one I lost this morning, and you just lost one right in here. Maybe this was yours.
It could very well be.
Not a beautiful
I think
fish.
there's more fish than just that
Look
one
at the
here,
girth
though.
on that. I can't believe this. How long have these muskies been here and no one's been fishing for them?
Well, we just started in 04. I can't get your net locked here. There we go. You let me know when you're ready.
He's not ready yet.
That's
you know what? If he gets off, he gets off. I'm not, I just like having a good look at them. He's just waking up.
That's a nice fish.
That's solid. These are girthy fish. He hit that on the pause. I started working this like a jerk bait.
Yeah. Well, he definitely was active. We'd seen it. We'd seen that fish definitely once before. Nice fish.
The person holding it under water. Now I'm going to give this just a second more and risk getting this off. Let me swing this right up once more.
Okay.
And then I'll swing it right to you, Clark. That's a thick, thick fish. There we go. Awesome.
There we go.
That should have been our third fish today, but we'll take the first one in the boat.
Hey, it's a nice fish to start with.
Look at the size of this fish.
Isn't that nice?
Wow, that's got to be 20 pounds easy. Well, I won't even put a weight. Look at the girth on that. I cannot believe the girth on these things.
That's our typical summer fish in the St. John River.
You're kidding me.
That's a normal girth for that's an early season fish here.
Wow.
They're very healthy, very large growing strain of muskies.
These are like our late fall.
Do you notice the scarring on that fish?
Yeah.
Look at the scarring on that. I'm not even sure what they come from. Some people kind of guess cormorants that might do that, or they might be fighting amongst each other. We're not sure.
They get scarred up so much as young fish, and you'd be surprised how bad they get beat up in spawning time.
Yeah.
They just chew on each other, you know? You know, and this raptor, I'm sure you noticed when you saw this boat, you probably thought, oh great, I'm going to be fishing in a walleye boat, but it's got a bass-type casting deck on the front of it.
It's a great boat. Very fishable, lots of room.
Wow, thank you, Clark. This is great. And we missed one like this morning. You just missed one like this now.
This is our third opportunity this morning, so we've had a pretty decent start to the day.
Yeah, there he goes.
Perfect.
Beautiful. Thick, thick, thick fish. Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for having me on your show.
Oh, we're going to have more than that, I hope, unless the weather holds out.
Hey, we're just getting started.
We're just getting started.
Typically, when I see a fish in our waters, we find that they kind of have a tendency to flare once they see the boat. So if I see a fish coming in, immediately what I try to do is I try to get the bait down away from the boat a ways, and I actually take and I turn it, but I give it a little speed.
So you like getting that away from the boat? Exactly.
And if I've got any opportunity at all to get that fish, that will trigger them. We don't get a lot of figure 8 fish in here, but we do take the odd one, but they definitely seem to be scared of the boat when they get in. And
well, you're doing enough of it that you're almost doing it after every cast, so it must be that productive that it's worth doing.
I always do an L, and if I'm fishing a little bit deep water, I have a tendency to do 2 or 3 turns, because I have seen them appear from time to time. If I think we're on a good spot, it might just be, it might be one or 2, and on the outside of my turn, I'll just bring it up a little bit, and sometimes you'll see if he's coming up a little bit, you'll get a flash from him. But
now, some of your new members, what's the biggest mistakes they make? They're not using big enough lures, too light a tackle?
No, I don't think so. I think a lot of it is speed related. I think when our water gets warm, our fish are triggered by speed. There's a lot of food here, but I have a tendency of fishing quite fast and real erratic with the baits, and I find it triggers the fish pretty well. Sometimes a little bit of bottom contact will work. Just anything you can do to think of that might just trigger a fish. A change in the retrieve speed on the retrieve.
Yeah.
Just anything that's erratic, or give that bait a little bit of a fleeing action or whatever. He's still there. He's still there.
Man.
He's still on. Keep it going. Keep it going. Come on, big guy. Snap that. Oh, I think he's still there, isn't he?
He's gone.
He's gone. Yep.
Oh, same spot.
Thought he was going to hit that.
Same spot. Okay, he'll be back. He was on fire. We were looking for your bait to float up after you broke it off.
He's back there. I'm kind of there watching the bait at the same time, so I don't lose it at the same time. But the last thing we're doing is leaving that muskie.
We'll get him next pass through. If your equipment's not locked down, someone's going to steal it, especially your valuable trolling motor. You look at a lock like this, think, I'm in great shape, I'm locked in. Not at all. If you've got a lock like this, if anybody can get a set of bolt cutters around that, it's gone in seconds. I guarantee it. One of the best locks you want to use for your trolling motor is the same as you'd use for the tongue of your trailer, one of the coupling locks. Let me show you exactly what that looks like when it's in here. There's just no room to get the bolt cutters in. Now, when this one's in place, there's just absolutely nowhere to get a set of cutters in there. There's nothing to grip on. Absolutely one of the best locks you can have. Now, if you're in a pinch and you can't find a coupler lock, as bad as you thought your original lock was, take that lock, add a bunch of stainless steel nuts to this, and what that does is it takes up that valuable open spot. So when you put this back in this position, there's still nowhere to get those bolt cutters. Make no mistake about it. Lock it down. It's going to be there for you the next time you go fishing.
Email or write Fishful Thinking and simply mention this maintenance tip of the week for your chance to win one of 13 tackle packs.
Haven't had a good look at him yet.
See if we can get him up.
Let me get the net. Good going.
Nice to actually get the hooks into one this year.
Would that hit a spinnerbait?
Yeah, I think it's a good fish.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's another real solid fish. Wow, and there's not hardly anybody out here doing this.
They just don't realize that we have this, eh? You gonna go again?
He's not
He's a
ready.
little green yet,
I could have netted him if I wanted to, but if he gets off, he gets off.
People don't realize, and it does. You know yourself. It takes you gotta have patience when you fish muskies. Ready?
Yep. As soon as the head turns this way, you did
shake.
retie that line with that big nick we saw.
I did, yeah. Whoop.
No, he's not ready yet.
I'll swing him around.
We'll let him tire himself out a little bit. We'll go get your big net for the next one.
Yeah, I think so. Perfect.
Oh,
Got him. Oh, that's a good fish.
that's a very solid fish.
Perfect. Let's see if I can't get him unhooked real quick.
So obviously, some people do not welcome these fish here.
They're not, because people think that they're eating all the trout and the salmon, but they don't really feed as much as people think they do.
They don't. It's like a big python. They'll eat, then they'll just sit.
Let's see if I can get underneath this gill plate here.
Nice fish. Okay, so much for that bucktail.
That's right, we retime that one.
I don't think a lot of people think about that. Just cut the hook, save the fish, and put a new hook on later.
That's right. They don't cost that much money, really.
No.
There he goes. All right, I'm just let him sit in the water there for a second, revive.
Yeah.
Let's get this out of the way. Fortunately, that was the main hook that I cut.
Well, we both missed one. We both got one, so we're doing good.
Oh, this is a heavy fish.
That is a solid, solid fish. Look at that fish.
That's a good old New Brunswick fish.
Awesome. Tagged. Just one of your tagged fish.
I think I caught this fish on the spot last year. It's my tag. That is one of my tags. I had tag 100 up through. And
live release works. There's proof.
All right.
Oh! He's no worse for wear.
There she goes.
As long as it's swimming, we're good. Clark. Excellent.
Man, I feel a lot better after the morning we had.
You gotta lose a few once in a while.
I had a bit of a rough start, but
yeah, lose 2, 3, catch a couple. That's muskie fishing. But I'm amazed with the size of the fish in here. They're solid fish, and we've got the place to ourselves.
New Brunswick has a very healthy muskie fishery. It's underused. It's being used more all the time as people start understanding that the muskies are here. It's a new fishery for us. But catch-and-release fishing is really catching on here, and it's very important, and that's why we have big fish.
I almost fell over when I looked at the back of my license, and it said, bag limit's 10.
Yeah.
We're not used to that. They're a protected species where we fish.
Yeah.
And they should be.
It's virtually unprotected in New Brunswick yet. It's an up-and-coming sport fish. As it's being used more, it is a sport fish, by rights.
Right.
Because it's being pursued by anglers. And, if nobody else wants to fish them, it's more for us. So.
They're just going to get bigger.
But the important thing is, as a chapter, we promote catch-release fishing of the species. And if anybody wants to come into the chapter and join and learn how to fish, as long as they're, on page with us, we love to help them.
Excellent. Excellent.
Thanks again.
Let's get back in there.
That was awesome. Good job.
Thanks, Clark. You find them? If you
I find them, you're welcome.
Appreciate that.
Not a problem. I'm just going to grab that net.
Oh, I like my inline spinner. I know, you've proven to me that the spinner baits work, but I do like my inlines because
he's trucking, eh?
I've had times where they've hit.
This is a big fish, I think.
I've had times where they've just hit the blades on me.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me kill a trolling motor here.
Well, St. John River, they're very productive for us. We find, especially in this dirty water, the blades that give them a nice little flash and a nice vibration.
It's pulling pretty good.
That's a good fish.
I like backing off my drag a hair after I've stuck them.
Well, he looked really big when he came up the first time. Oh, yeah, nice fish. Nice fish.
Very nice. Oh, you gotta love that sound.
Hey, there's another one with them, look.
Yep, I see that. I see that. Go ahead, cast. I'll leave them in the water. Who says fish aren't schooling fish, these muskies? They're not loners. I've proven that before with some underwater footage, Clark. They're laying side by side with each other.
We'll just try them real quick here.
No, try and get them. Try and get them. This guy's just going to tire out nice. I'll just milk him along here. I've got my fluorocarbon leader on, so I'm not hurting him with the wire wrapped in his gills.
I may have lost that other fish, maybe, I suppose.
Okay, this is my fish then. I'm not following up on yours. I think I've got this guy
good.
There's
a twin to that fish sitting right beside it. All right, well, we'll get that other fish. I'm going to land that fish for you.
Okay, we would have had this guy in the net anyway. Beautiful fish, Clark. I can't thank you enough for having me out here. I had no idea this size of fish.
Well, we're fortunate we're having a good day.
Now you'll never get rid of me, you know that, right? When are we doing this next year?
You want to book a date? Let's do it. I'll do it anytime.
Oh, man, this is fantastic. We're only half a day in here. Oh,
That's
thank
a
you.
smasher. Good work.
Thank you. Oh,
Nice.
look at this thing.
Fish.
Unbelievable. And no one's out
Nice
here fishing for them.
belly on that.
Wow, that's incredible. Thank you, Clark.
You know what I
Wow.
can't wait for?
What?
Hooking its sister that was just swimming with it.
Well, you know there's another aggressive fish here.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have another chance to get another fish here.
Get your tail, Brutus. Oh, man, they're so thick right through. Whew. Thick, thick, thick fish. Excellent hit. Just stopped it, just punched it nice.
That's the first time I've ever seen the second fish swimming with it in our waters. That was awesome to see. It looked like about a clone to it.
I just saw the glow of it. I couldn't tell the size of it. You had a better look than I did. Awesome fish.
Perfect.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Get him wrapped right underneath the...
Still a nice solid fish.
He's probably just about ready. Probably took a lot of his life out in that jump.
It did, it did.
There we are.
Nice fish. Pretty fish. Still solid. Still
Nice,
a solid
pretty
fish.
metallic green, eh? There's hardly
Yep,
any stripes.
Jeez.
I think she's ready to go. There she goes. Oh, perfect. She took off just like a bolt of lightning.
Good job. That fish missed it or bumped it out of the water and stayed there till you dropped
Oh,
right back
he
on
swung
him.
back by it again, and then I just kept figure eighting, and he was all over it.
Let me get the net for you.
Oh, it's a decent fish, too. Man. That was exciting.
Beautiful fish. Good. Good, good, good. How's he hooked?
Well, I think he's hooked pretty good. He's not really, I think he's still a little bit green. You ready?
Well hooked. No, I don't like netting him tail
No,
first.
no, it's all right. I'll bring him around.
Ooh. There we
Bingo.
go. Good job.
Awesome. There we go.
There we go. Is right. All right. Nice fish. Nice fish. I cannot believe the girth on these things.
Welcome to New Brunswick.
Yeah. Well, big baits is the name of the game.
And there she goes.
Excellent.
Even though the water's fairly warm, we usually we'll unhook them and give them a minute or two in the net to kind of recuperate. And us, I think I need more recuperation time than those fish do probably when I get one. But anyway, it's a beautiful release.
Now,
That's what
Clark,
I like to see.
when you have a fish that comes up like that and you go to figure eight it, what kind of a figure eight or shape do you like doing at the side of the boat? As soon as you see the fish, you shove the rod down about 3 feet in the water?
Typically, I like to use an O. You can use either. Some people prefer the 8. I like the O.
Okay.
And it's for the reason just because sometimes when those bigger fish come in, they don't turn quite as sharp as the smaller ones do, and I just find I have a little better luck.
Just an O or an oval?
A big O, yeah.
Try to put that rod
big
down
O
as far as you can in the water, or just let the fishes level again?
Typically, I find a nice deep O, and I come up to the outside and then down.
Okay.
And I've had good luck with that.
Make his vision
just make it look like that fish might be going for the...
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. And don't change the speed of the lure, right?
Sometimes I even speed it up.
Yeah.
You know, just try to give it that impression that it's escaping, And that triggers that fish. Sometimes I find if you don't speed that up a little bit or make some changes, sometimes that fish just doesn't trigger. And I usually I increase my speed a little bit.
Big baits, man. This dirty water's
I told you I'm stealing that crankbait when we're done this show.
Let me get off of that and let. Oh, what a jump!
Thank you.
It didn't look like that big of a fish, though.
Oh, I think you're going to find it's a decent fish. I don't think I've ever seen a muskie get that much air.
I stuck him good.
Oh my goodness, was he ever airborne?
Don't you love braided line? How would we do this without braided line, Clark? How would you ever...
Well, how far away were you on that? 35 yards?
Yeah.
That's a decent fish.
That is a decent fish. Back off the drag now.
You tell me when you're ready and I'll drop the basket down.
How would we ever hook these fish? See, he's got that in the... Yeah. He threw the one hook.
That was nice.
That's why that hit felt weird.
Yeah.
He kind of missed the bait a bit.
Probably a combination of the dirty water.
Yep, but sharp hooks nailed them. You get them when you can. Awesome!
He's still mean.
Oh, man.
Oh, nice fish.
That's a dandy. This is an incredible fishery. Well, we'll get a couple of pictures of this. Awesome fish, Clark.
Wow. I can get him back.
Not going to be any worse for wear.
That was a beauty, and that was a strong fighting fish.
That was a nice jump. After that rain we had, this water...
Yeah, you'd almost expect the fishery to be shutting down on us a little bit, but so far so good.
Not a beautiful fish. Thick, thick, thick fish.
Isn't that beautiful?
Excellent.
It's almost as nice watching them go back as it is putting them in the boat.
Well, I mean, it's satisfying. You know he's back there for the next time. And your tagging studies that you've done, you've proven catch and release works. It's not you've caught the fish to release and it's going to die anyway. No.
No, they haven't.
It grows, it gets bigger, it caught again, you have fun. It's a great sport fish.
Well, since we've started fishing, we've already seen 2 fish that are recatches from last year that one of our chapter members has actually caught and released and tagged. So that's 2 fish that have made our day again.
Of the relatively small number of fish we've caught of what's in here, yeah, you've already caught 2 tagged fish.
Yeah.
And you've caught both the tagged fish, so something's weird there.
Closed captioning brought to you by Mercury. Power and fuel efficiency you can count on. Big on power and control, the Minn Kota Terrova with easy-to-use foot pedal. The Okuma Enduron 400 built for abuse and perfect for muskie fishing. And with all the right actions for your big baits, Okuma EVX muskie rods. Sock it to them hard with the no-stretch, incredibly durable 50-pound test Tough Line XP. See the followers before it's too late with Maui Jim sunglasses. Forget wire, abrasion-resistant and flexible. Seaguar leader material in both Blue Label and Fluoro Premier. The undisputed winner today, Muskie Train in MX6 and MX9 sizes. Bring your big baits and more with Cabela's Super Magnum bags. Large pockets for your outdoor activities, comfortable and quick-drying Dickies shorts. The new Crestliner Raptor with raised casting deck and plenty of room to spare. Pure power and fuel efficient, the Mercury Verado. The fish can't hide. Get the whole picture with the large screen Humminbird 1197C. And dependability and incredible pulling power with Dodge Ram trucks. Today's Fishful Thinking has been brought to you by Crestliner, Mercury Marine, Cabela's, and Seaguar Fluorocarbon.
Stay in the boat, Bill.
Done playing around with you. We want to catch more.
There we go.
Okay. Beautiful fish.
Look at that markings on that.
Just get you to slide that hook out, Bill.